Lula, who's currently 20 points ahead of the current president of Brazil, Bolsonaro, and is therefore highly likely, if nothing happens to him in the run-up to the polls, to be the next president of the mighty power of Brazil. He's talking about a new Latin American currency.
Yeah, this is again something that really has only become possible over the course of the last decade, right? We saw these attempts at regional integration under Venezuela throughout the 2000s. Latin America just didn't have the economic clout at the time to really be able to pull it off. Now we're seeing sort of a slow, much more measured, and definitely a bit more conservative efforts, but they're all going towards the same direction. And even Brazil, even under Bolsonaro, they're not willing to get dragged into this, Russia versus the West proxy war. They know that the main consequences economically of this kind of conflict are going to fall on the poorest countries in the world. Certainly, they've already fallen on the poorest countries in Europe. But the increase in prices for fertilizer, prices for fuel, aluminum, those are going to fall hardest on countries like Brazil. So even outside of the frame of the left coming back, we're talking about a movement continent-wide that's really irreversible at this point. And that's why you see the United States kind of trying to play catch up. But as you see, they're still stuck in these kind of Cold War mentalities, with us or against us. We're not going to let Cuba come like it's 1960s, the UN. It's really kind of depressing for people here in this continent. But it really only makes it that much more certain that this sort of new multipolar world order that is constructed will stick.
Amen. Let's hope it's irreversible. Wyatt Reed, thanks for joining us.